Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Asagao Academy. Asagao. Ascal Academy. There we go. I think that's mean. Anyways, last time we met the crew of Normal Boots in all of their glory with with male models and soccer team guys and actor club dudes and school presidents, student presidents. It's great. So far, it's wonderful. Except for the protagonist, because she's a weird little lady. Anyways, right now we're in the cafeteria after talking to Miss Unicornism Lady Mai here. She's just kind of looking at the dudes and sighing into her mashed potatoes, apparently. Wonderful. So, how would someone, join the Normal Boots Club? You don't choose the boots, Hannah. The boots choose you. Great. 10 out of 10. What does that even mean? You have to be presented with the boots to be in the club. And they're, like, super selective. What are the boots? The club has this boot statue. It's like on their patches, but it's gold-plated. It's their mascot, I guess. They do this weird initiation ritual with it. They kind of like stick it in your butt. They just put boots in your butt. It's a little weird. Ritual? I hear they fill a room with candles and then stick boots in your butt while wearing creepy robes. This year 2 girl saw it once and they were like chanting around boots and it sounded like they were talking backwards. But I don't believe her. And even if it is true, I don't care if they're like a cult or anything because they're really hot. They're like super hot. It's crazy how hot they are. They just want to get fucked. Do they have a lot of friends? Yeah, tons of friends. They're like the most popular kids in school. I mean, everyone in the school totally looks up to them. I bet they could get any girl in the school, too. Or boy, for that matter. Hugh. Why can't we choose to be a boy? I want to be a boy. Hey, are you gonna eat your cake? I shook my head and pushed the plastic tray across the table to her. For the remainder of lunch, I listened to Mai talk about Jared through the mouthfuls of half-dissolved food. Frosting, not food. Although I guess frosting is a type of... whatever. Back at the dorm... Oh. Apologies. Back at the dorm, I sorted through the pile of textbooks the school left for me. The radio was playing a poppy tune, equal parts music to static. Mai fervently scribbled in a notebook at her desk, hunched over it with strikingly poor posture. Hey, Mai? Mm-hmm. She didn't bother to look up. Am I supposed to have a textbook for History 309? She shuffled through the papers on her desk before producing a thick textbook. A demure man in a powdered wig frowned at me from the cover. Apparently he is not very happy with founding the country. Although, why is he wearing a powdered wig? Why are they learning about Western civilization? I don't know. Yeah, this one. I sighed. I don't have that one. The school must have missed it. Mai shrugged and set the textbook back in a pile. They have a bunch in the library. You could just check one out. Where's the library? Mai ruffled through her notebook and wrote something down. She tore the page out and handed me a crudely drawn map. Oh, okay. Well, I'll be back in a little bit then, I guess. It took me at least 20 minutes to find the library. By the time I realized I was holding the map upside down. There we go. The sun was setting. The library was much larger than I expected. The walls lined from floor to ceiling with books. I can tell that, lined floor to ceiling, by this perked ceiling and the fact that the books only go up less than halfway. Yeah. The walls lined from floor to ceiling with books of all sizes on rough wooden shelves. Intimidated, I headed for the front desk. A recognizably green and gray jacket was bent behind the counter. Normal boots. I briefly considered running away. Hey, can I help you? I have no idea what Satch sounds like. Too late. Yeah. The school forgot to give me one of my textbooks. I was told I could get it here. Which one is it? The History 309 textbook. He stepped behind the counter and motioned for me to follow. We dodged between the aisles in a comfortable silence. Is that a comfortable silence? Okay, sure. He seemed friendly enough. I should say something. What was his name again? Shane? Gerard? John? No, not John. Okay. Satch! Oh, hey, Satch. Oh, no. Maybe I could do this voice for her? That kind of hurts my throat, though. Oh, hey, Mickey. Oh. Hey, Pluto. Oh. You work here? Of course he worked here. Of course he worked here. He chuckled, dimples appearing in his cheeks. Yeah, I'm the librarian's assistant. I feel like this is very slightly racist. It's my second year and I love it. I get to help people find books that speak to them. His eyes twinkled like a kid's on Christmas. Your book's right down here. Oh, that's Satch. Fuck. Your book's right down here. Satch proceeded to pull down his pants and whip out his massive schlong. He stopped at a row of thick, dusty books. Was this all history? And pulled out the book with the powdered wig man I saw earlier. Thanks! Oh no! It was nothing. Do you need help with anything else? I wanted to make a good impression on the Normal Boots Club, but I couldn't come up with anything. No. Thanks. I don't even know what the fuck he is. Sure. As we headed back through the cavernous library, my unease melted away. We weren't talking, but just being near him felt like being wrapped in a soft blanket. I resisted the urge to snuggle. Really? We neared the front desk, stepping around a clump of studying students. As we passed, one of them shifted. Huh? Something white flew past my face. A thick piece of triangular paper lay at my feet. I bent over and picked it up. It was surprisingly heavy. There was a quarter inside of it. If it was just a hair slower, it would have hit me in the face. The students snickered, and I recognized the boys that made fun of my hair this morning among them. My heart dropped. I scanned my memory for anything I might have done to offend them, but I came up with nothing. It's not your fault, they just have really, really small penises, and they want to compensate. It's okay. My hands started to shake. I hid it behind my back, trying to think of some way to defend myself. Why did you do that? Oh, I don't even know what the voice is anymore. Why did you do that? What do you mean? We were just messing around. Are you suggesting we did it on purpose? I faltered. There was nothing I could say. I was outnumbered. They would twist my words around no matter how straightforward I was. Sorry. One of the boys held his hand out for the paper. I inched closer to give it to him, angry at myself for being so compliant. I wish I were. A gentle warmth closed over my hand and took the paper from me. Satch examined the paper closely. I see what the problem is. Your aim would have been better if you cut the corners before you folded it. He placed the paper on the table. The boy looked at him in sheer awe. Be careful, though. You almost hit her, and that would have been awful for you. 'Cause I would have punched your face in until you bled out your eye sockets. My hands began to sweat as panic shifted through me, afraid of the response, but... I don't know how long I've been recording. 10 minutes, I think. Okay, we're good. Geez, we're sorry. We'll be careful next time. Yes, it was an accident. They apologized? Thanks. You couldn't even hear that. That was so fucking shallow. Thanks. I appreciate it. He gave them a wide smile and continued off down the aisles. I followed closely behind, my legs weak. Don't tell me they stopped because of him. Simply because I was with him? I wanted to thank him, but my heart was pounding so hard I knew my voice would shake. We reached the front counter and he scanned the history book. My lips trembled as I willed myself to say something, anything to thank him. He tilted his head to the side. What books you like to read? What books do you like to read? Fiction? He chuckled. I just finished a good book. I think it might be really up your alley, if you don't mind me saying. This is so fucking racist. He reached under the counter, pulled a thick green book, and passed it to me. A man in black. Yep. Stood in front of the door. Oh, okay. Hugging a woman in royal robes. It's long, but it's one of my favorites. The princess. The princess betrothed. The princess betrothed. It's like the Princess Bride, but you know, that would infringe copyright, so yeah. I know things can be tough transferring to a new school. If you're ever worried, just read this. It'll transport you 100 miles away in a second. What the fuck, really? This is cheesy as all shit. Tears stung my eyes, so I ducked my head. Sish! Oh. For me, for more than just the books. You're welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I got your name.
My name is Hanamizu.
I'm a transfer student.
Hana.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Anna. Let me know how you like the book. I will. Oh god, he's so hot. That could have gone better. Not only was Satch impossibly kind, but being around him felt easy, refreshing, like being doused in a mist of a waterfall. Oh gosh, what was I thinking? My father's Hulk Hogan. He would never let me date a black man. Never mind. My cheeks hot. I left the library, 2 surprisingly heavy books under one arm. I settled into bed, eager to get started with my new reading material, but Mai was sitting at her desk, carving a pencil into the pages of a notebook. Okay, that's a little less interfering than I thought it was. Every few minutes she released a long, drawn-out sigh as the lead of her pencil waned against the paper. I lowered my book and took the bait. Is something wrong, Mai? She let out another dreary sigh. I hope Jared notices me this year. Does Jared know you like him? Mai whirled around in feigned shock.
What?
I don't like Jared. Oh. I closed my book and set it aside, deciding to play along. Well, have you at least tried talking to him? Oh, okay, good, saving. No, I mean, I have before. Why don't you try again? She bobbed her head from side to side, considering this like it never crossed her mind before. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Satisfied, I picked my book back up. Have you ever had a boyfriend, Hannah?
What?
Huh? Me? No, never. Boys are icky. They're icky pooey. Ew.
Really?
Never? Never. I bet you 10,000 yen that you meet a totally cute boy here and fall in love by the end of the school year. Now, love's a pretty strong word. Gonna say it's probably lust. Mostly considering all the boys are just really, I guess, apparently super cute, apparently, I guess. So, whatever. You're crazy. You're crazy. I buried my face back into my book, barring Mai from any further discussion. Fall in love by the end of the year? Me? Sorry. Fall in love by the end of the year. Me? If I were a betting kind of girl, I'd take that bet. I awoke the next morning with what felt like a lizard in my throat. Mai was already up, shuffling through her school bag with an enigmatic grin. The first day of school.
Hannah!
You're finally awake! Her voice sliced through the air like a knife, and I winced. She was definitely a morning person. Fuck. It's time for the first day of school. Aren't you excited? I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. What do you mean? Is something special happening today? Something strange always happens on the first day of school, especially to someone like you. She winked. Apparently they just have sex with all of the first years. Or I guess she's a third year, but whatever.
What?
They just all day. Someone like me?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean. Oh, I know exactly what you mean. You're gonna get fucked. She smiled and started messing with a pile of papers on her desk. Shaking my head, I got out of bed and pulled my uniform out of the closet. My palms sweat as I held the gold vest and blue jacket. Was it really possible for things to be different here than they were at home? What if the problem wasn't actually the school? I shook the thoughts out of my head and changed into my uniform. Oh! What is it? You look so cute. Beautiful. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. It's Asagao Academy. Links in the description if you want to go buy it / download it for free. Check me out on the social medias. Morbid Hobo for pretty well everything. Like, favorite, subscribe, comment, do all that wonderful shit. Specifically subscribe. I love when people subscribe. It makes me happy. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. I'm Morbid Hobo. And goodbye.